this is our team presentation this is our stock presentation, and the company we'll be reviewing is Twitter, X, our company, our team name, Money Managers, and this is made by me, Santana Pena.
My name is Matthew Zaharando.
My name is Ian from Pombodu.
And my name is Jaden Jackson.
So, like I said, the stock we are evaluating is the stock of Twitter. Mady, take it away.
What sector is the company in? Twitter is a technological sector.
Technology sector basically means you can use any form of technology, such as computers, laptops, and phones, to access it.
What service does this company provide? Twitter is a social media site that allows people around the world to communicate with each other.
And there's no limit to how much you can communicate. You basically go on the website and talk to any form of people you like, and basically you talk to people around the entire world, no matter where they are. The CEO currently is Jack Dorsey, ever since September 30th, 2015. As of July 30th, 2021, Twitter's stock price is valued at $70.96 per share. I took a picture of it as I did on Google.
As of 1 week ago, Twitter has gained an expected growth in both users and sales of advertisement, as well as revenue since 2014. This is mainly due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
So, of course, due to the pandemic, many people have been staying indoors and been communicating with their friends through social media sites. And one of the most used ones is Twitter. This caused the company to gain both growth in both sales and users, because people have more time in their hands. For our SWOT analysis, some of this, we'll go each member for each topic of SWOT analysis. So for strengths, is highly influential. It has loyal customer base with over 166 million users, and also has a strong market share.
Weaknesses, algorithm, over-reliances on the US market, over-dependence on ads.
Yeah, so like for the algorithm, Twitter's basically been struggling to fix its algorithm to satisfy its users. And for over-reliance on the US market, it relies pretty heavily on it. It gained $1.9 billion. It relied on $1.9 billion from from America. It relied heavily on the US market in order to remain successful. And of course, it has over dependence on ads mainly. So that's why you would often see promotion tweets or other types of advertisements out there. Ian, opportunities.
Okay, so for the opportunities, we have online stores entering into music or streaming services and feature entertainment.
So for online stores, many businesses are already marketing their products on Twitter or advertising their products. So it would be great for Twitter itself to create online virtual stores, so that way people would directly buy things from the said businesses. Then for music and video streaming services, it could get entered to those kind of markets, such as Spotify, which is music streaming, or Twitch, which is mainly streaming services. There's also feature enhancement, meaning they could gain more features that would allow people to use it more and invite people to use it more. And Jane, can you explain the threats?
For our threats, we have very stiff competition, suppression of freedom of speech, unequal power to influence.
Of course, Twitter isn't the only social media site out there. There are many others that compete with Twitter itself, such as Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. So, and it basically has a lot of competitors, so many people would prefer to use those sites rather than this one. Especially freedom of speech, many military governments and democracies could have the ability to restrict Twitter to prevent others from speaking their mind. And for unequal power of influence, there are many popular users on Twitter that do like their own way of influencing different users. But they're so different that it's basically unequal influence in how they're going to do it. Like, for example, Kylie Jenner, who has over 34 million followers, and Cristiano Ronaldo, who has 84 million followers, send out multiple tweets daily, which influences hundreds of millions of people, which has led to unequal distribution of power to influence.
Valuable investments. With the weakness and the threats of that Twitter currently has, we believe that Twitter is an valuable investment. Twitter has so much more room to grow and proven by the many threats and weaknesses, and currently has. With new feature added, Twitter price could rise up greatly.
Thank you for listening and reading our presentation. Do we have any questions?
Hi, I'll start off. This is Carla. First of all, everyone's presentations are so impressive, just the quality of them. But I have a question. So if Twitter gained a lot of customers during the pandemic as they had more time, have they seen a slowdown as we've come out of the pandemic and people have gone out more? And do you anticipate that in the coming year?
Yes, I do actually expect that since many people are getting the vaccinations recently. Many people would have the opportunity to play with their friends or do fun activities outdoors. And this could reduce their time they spend daily on Twitter. So yeah, we do actually expect their sales or the price to go down, or the amounts of usage to go down.
The CEO, Jack Dorsey, is also the CEO of Square, another publicly traded company, which is obviously a little unique and impressive that he can pull it off. But I'm just curious how you think about, if you're a Twitter shareholder, how you would think about your CEO also being the CEO of another company at the same time.
Since he is a CEO of two companies, I think that they would be beneficial to him. They might, I don't think they would truly be rivaling each other since they're owned by the same person. And I think that they would benefit him because he's getting even more money than if you just had one company.
I agree. Yeah, since they're owned by the same person, I think they'll benefit the companies themselves less than the owner himself. Since of course they're not like rivaling each other.
Hey, I have a quick question, and by the way, great presentation. Who do you think is the biggest competitor of Twitter, and how are they different from the biggest competitor?
I really thought that, but in my opinion, Twitter's like main competitor is Instagram, because there's an obvious difference between them. Whereas Twitter basically allows you to talk about anything, and you can't post photos or videos, basically do any on them. Instagram mainly focuses on photos, and it also allows you to talk, but it's mainly about photos. And if I'm correct, and I expect Instagram to have a very much bigger following, because I expect people to like use Instagram more because like just share their social daily life and not just like talk about it. So they would just include photos. Ian, what do you think?
Yes, agree. Also, another big competitor, I think might even be bigger than Instagram as one of the biggest competitors might be Facebook. Yeah, because Facebook can do pretty much all those things as well. And because it can do all things, Twitter has like a lot to do if they really want to catch up with Facebook, in my opinion.
Great. So I have a follow-up. So it's a strategic question. Let's say you were the CEO of Twitter. Would you want to include photos and videos in Twitter posts, or do you don't think they don't need to do that, and you would stick to the current strategy?
We could add that because it could probably help like bring in more revenue.
Okay, great. Thank you.